In our top story tonight, a judge has sanctioned Fox News' lawyers because they may have lied and withheld evidence in the upcoming Dominion trial. Gasp! Are you telling me Fox News might have lied about something? But they would never! Rupert Murdoch's heart is as pure as driven snow. And by that I mean snow that's been driven over like a bunch of times. Trump has reduced more people to tears. The latest casualties of loving Trump so much that their eyeballs overflowed are the New York courthouse employees that processed his arrest.
And I'll tell you, people were crying. People that work there, professionally work there, that have no problems putting in murderers, and they see everybody. It's tough place. And they were crying. They were actually crying. They said, I'm sorry. They'd say, 2024, sir, 2024. And tears are pouring down their eyes. I've never seen anything like the whole...
Sir, if anyone's crying, it's because you're the reason they don't speak to their pop-pop anymore. House Republicans have now drafted a bill saying that local DAs can't sue former presidents. They did so with tears streaming down their face. I've never seen anything like it. Lots of developments in the fight for abortion this week. Here's what happened. After 2 dueling rulings, which is way more fun to say than live through, the Secretary of Health and Human Services said that every option was being weighed. It's expected that, like most of us after a night of bad judgment, he will be turning to Plan B. 400 pharmaceutical executives signed a letter criticizing the Texas judge's ruling. Then they said, and when the guys who jacked up the price of insulin by 1,000,000% tell you you've screwed up, you've really screwed up. A Texas representative... They're always from Texas, aren't they? Chimed in with this little gem.
It's important that we have real discussions on women's health care and get off the abortion, get off the abortion conversation. Women have a whole lot more other issues than just abortion.
Sir, way to have your finger on the pulse of the ladies. Maybe Cosmo should hire you to be their editor. An appeals court has preserved access to the abortion pill for now, but with more restrictions. Here's live coverage of women keeping track of whether they get to decide what happens inside their own guts. Uh-oh, it looks like Justice Thomas just left a pube on his bestie's sparkling reputation. The justice is allowing his bad name to stain the hard-earned reputation of billionaire Harlan Crow, who is rehabbing his image by showing off his collection of Hitler paraphernalia. Hey, here's a good way to tell if someone's a good person. If they're comfortable having swastikas in their house, like if they paid money for swastikas and now the swastikas live at their home, probably not someone you should have cinnamon buns with. The assault rifle used in the Louisville shooting will be sold at public auction and put back on the streets in accordance with state law. What's next? Excuse me, Mr. Murderer, sir? Yeah, you dropped this AR-15. There you go. All right, have a good day now. In a surprising move, Tennessee's Republican governor is pushing for gun reform. Wait, so he saw a problem and then tried to do something about it? That's not how politics works. You have to give the thoughts and prayers time to do their thing, man. According to a new poll, 1 in 5 Americans have a family member who was killed by guns, or, as Republicans call them, mental health issues. But don't worry, they have a comprehensive plan for mental health reform, which is making it easier to shoot people in the head. Sure, it's extreme, and you can argue with the results, and you can argue with the idea, and you can argue with... There's gotta be an upside here somewhere, though, right? President Joe Biden says he's planning on running for a second term, and also that he has nothing but praise for the Ukrainian people who have never stopped believing in Pennsylvania's Democratic hopefuls. He then wished everyone a happy Yom Kippur and finished paying for his Gatorade at the checkout. Budget and debt ceiling talks between the White House and Kevin McCarthy are still in the sexy innuendo stage as the two parties continue to insist the other show them theirs first before they whip out their own budget proposal. Speaker McCarthy's top aide reportedly sent an enticing invitation to Big Papa Biden's people asking for some full disclosure pics. Nah, baby, I gotta see the big meat of your proposal first, replied the thirsty bitch of a White House budget committee. So far, negotiations have yet to reach a climax, much less a resolution. A GOP rep in Missouri defended the right of 12-year-olds to get married.
You voted no on making it illegal for kids to be married to adults at the age of 12 if their parents consented to it. You said actually that should be the law because it's the parents' right and the kids' right to decide what's best for them, to be raped by an adult.
Do you know any kids who have been married at age 12?
I don't need to.
I do. And guess what? They're still married.
And you know what? He's right. If you're mature enough to have a favorite Pokemon, why shouldn't you be allowed to enter into a lifetime of holy matrimony with a pedophile? You know, I love how much the GOP cares about children. But if they care just a little bit more, then we can go to a combination baby baptism/wedding ceremony and then send the happy couple off to work at the meatpacking plant. Can't get shot in social studies if you're getting your arm cut off by a bone saw on the kill floor. After Bud Light was nice to a trans person, conservatives are destroying their stashes.
Rolling downhill. Cancel Bud Light.
Be a long, long time.
Where it now belongs. Fuck Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light.
That's why I created Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer.
I have kind of a funny feeling. Like, what is that? Like, I feel kind of owned? Oh well, time to get on with the rest of my day. My favorite part of this story is Marco Rubio's response.
What is what we focused on as a culture? We're focused on the fact that now some man pretending to be a woman gets paid millions of dollars to sell Nike sports bras and Bud Light.
Now, Marco, when you say we're focusing on this, do you mean you? Because I had literally never heard of this Dylan Mulvaney person before y'all started freaking out and destroying beer that you paid money for. I would not know that any of it happened were it not for your laser focus on it. Hi, Dylan. You look cute. The Biden administration is proposing rules to increase electric car sales. Conservatives are expected to respond by buying all of the electric cars so they can shoot at them with their AR-15s. Oh, there they go, owning us again. Do you have too much money and free time? Are you super gullible? Well, guess what, suckers? Fyre Fest 2 is about to get lit. That's right, the sordid flop of a festival is coming back to take your money again. Announced by Billy McFarland in a tweet soliciting invite requests. Pro tip, respond with a picture of your credit card and the name of your first pet and you're totes getting an invite. The disaster sequel non-bindingly promises to take you back to the best of 2017. But I'm sure this time everything will go perfectly. I hear they even have total financial backing from FTX. 2 former teachers at Kanye West Donda Academy are suing, claiming that the school is, quote, pure chaos and mutiny. Question for y'all, did you not see that coming? Like, what about anything that Kanye West has done in the past 2 years led you to believe that he would create a good learning environment for children? This guy's done everything but blow out the candles on a Hitler birthday cake, and nobody tell him I said that because I don't want to give him any ideas. Martha Stewart had Pete Davidson and his girlfriend over for dinner. When asked about the possibility of Pete dating Martha next, Stewart said that he's sort of cute, which is cougar speak for, I'm definitely going to tap that ass later. NPR is saying so long to Twitter. The 75% of their followers that are porn and crypto bots are reportedly devastated. An alert fisherman reported finding a Jeep mostly submerged in a lake, and when they started to tow the vehicle out, they found its driver alive inside. Maybe this is a good time to remind everyone that you can get help with your taxes. Seriously, I know it's a pain in the ass, but there are loads of services available. You don't have to hide in a lake and just hope it all goes away. And finally tonight, some couples are now using ChatGPT to write their wedding vows. Brenda, I would like to explain why I love you in 3 to 5 bullet points. That wraps up this week's news. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, efforts